Mahatma Gandhi, born Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, Gujarat, was a pivotal figure in India's struggle for independence from British rule. His political career was defined by his philosophy of nonviolent resistance, Satyagraha, and his leadership in mobilizing the masses against colonial oppression. Below is an overview of his political career and details about his major political rivals. Political career of Mahatma Gandhi. Early activism in South Africa. 1893 to 1915, Gandhi's political journey began in South Africa, where he arrived in 1893 as a lawyer. Facing racial discrimination, such as being thrown off a train for refusing to leave a first-class compartment, he developed his philosophy of Satyagraha, nonviolent resistance. Key milestones include formation of Natal Indian Congress, 1894. Gandhi united the Indian community to fight discriminatory laws, such as restrictions on voting and movement. Satyagraha campaigns. He led protests against laws like the Transvaal Asiatic Ordinance, 1906, securing concessions from the British government through non-violent means. Tolstoy Farm, 1910. Established as a base for Satyagraha, it demonstrated self-reliance and community living, shaping his later ashram-based movements in India. His 21 years in South Africa transformed him into a skilled organizer and advocate, earning him a reputation as a nationalist leader. Return to India and rise to prominence, 1915 to 1920. Gandhi returned to India in 1915 and joined the Indian National Congress Inc. under the mentorship of Gopal Krishna Gokhale. He focused on understanding India's socio-political issues before launching major campaigns. Key early movements include Champaran Satyagraha, 1917. Gandhi supported indigo farmers in Bihar against exploitative British landlords, securing relief and marking his first major success in India. Kata Satyagraha, 1918. In Gujarat, he led farmers protesting excessive taxes during a famine, resulting in tax relief with support from Vallabhbhai Patel. Ahmedabad Mill Strike, 1918. Gandhi mediated a labor dispute, using fasting to secure fair wages for workers. These campaigns established Gandhi as a leader who connected with the masses, blending social reform with political activism. Major national movements, 1920 to 1942, Gandhi assumed leadership of the INC in 1920 and transformed it into a mass-based organization. His major campaigns include Non-Cooperation Movement, 1920 to 1922. Gandhi called for boycotts of British goods, schools, and institutions to weaken colonial authority. The movement gained widespread support but was halted after the Chori Chora incident, 1922, where violence broke out, prompting Gandhi to emphasize nonviolence. Civil Disobedience Movement, 1930 to 1934. Launched with the Dandi Salt March, 1930. A 240-mile march to protest the British salt tax, it galvanized millions to defy colonial laws. The movement pressured the British, leading to the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, 1931, which temporarily suspended the campaign. Quit India Movement, 1942. Gandhi's do-or-die call demanded immediate British withdrawal. Despite mass arrests, including Gandhi's, the movement intensified anti-colonial sentiment, paving the way for independence. Role in independence and partition 1945-1947 as independence neared. Gandhi played a less direct role in negotiations, which were led by Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, and others. He focused on Hindu-Muslim unity to counter the growing demand for partition led by Mohammed Ali Jinnah's Muslim League. Gandhi opposed partition but could not prevent the creation of Pakistan in 1947. He undertook hunger strikes too, curbed communal violence during the partition, particularly in Bengal and Delhi. Assassination 1948 on January 30, 1948. Gandhi was assassinated in Delhi by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist who opposed Gandhi's advocacy for Hindu-Muslim unity and his perceived leniency toward Muslims. Major political rivals. While Gandhi's leadership was central to the independence movement, he faced ideological and political opposition from several figures. Below are details of his major rivals: Mohammed Ali Jinnah, 1876 to 1948. Background: a prominent lawyer and leader of the All India Muslim League. Jinnah initially worked with the Inc., but later championed a separate Muslim state, Pakistan. Rivalry with Gandhi. Jinnah and Gandhi clashed over the vision for India's future. Gandhi advocated for a united India based on religious pluralism, while Jinnah, fearing Hindu dominance in a unified India, demanded a separate Muslim homeland. This ideological divide culminated in the partition of India in 1947. Key conflicts: Khilafat movement, 1919 to 1924. Gandhi supported the movement to unite Hindus and Muslims against British rule, but Jinnah criticized it as a religious cause. Irrelevant to Indian nationalism. Partition negotiations, 1940s. Jinnah's insistence on Pakistan, especially after the 1940 Lahore Resolution, directly opposed Gandhi's vision. Negotiations involving Gandhi, Nehru, Jinnah, and Lord Mountbatten, the last British viceroy, often stalled due to Jinnah's uncompromising stance. Jinnah's success in achieving Pakistan marked a significant political defeat for Gandhi's vision of a united India. Subhas Chandra Bose, 1897 to 1945. Background: a charismatic INC leader, Bose advocated aggressive resistance against British rule, contrasting with Gandhi's non-violent approach. He later formed the Indian National Army, INA, to fight the British militarily. Rivalry with Gandhi. Ideological differences. Bose believed non-violence was too slow and favored armed struggle. He resigned as Inc. president in 1939 after disagreements with Gandhi over strategy and leadership. Forward Bloc and INA. Bose formed the Forward Bloc 1939 to push for militant nationalism and later led the INA with Japanese support during World War II. Directly challenging Gandhi's nonviolent principles. Key conflicts. Gandhi disapproved of Bose's alliance with Axis powers and his militaristic approach, leading to a split in the Inc. Despite their differences, Bose respected Gandhi, famously calling him the father of the nation in 1944. Impact. Bose's militant approach gained popularity among younger nationalists, creating a counter-narrative to Gandhi's nonviolence, though it had less direct impact on independence compared to Gandhi's mass movements. B.R. Ambedkar, 1891 to 1956. Background: a jurist, economist, and leader of the Dalit community. Ambedkar fought for the rights of untouchables, Harijans, and social equality. Rivalry with Gandhi. Caste system. Gandhi sought to reform the caste system by uplifting Harijans within the Hindu framework, while Ambedkar demanded its abolition and separate electorates for Dalits to ensure political representation. Pune Pact, 1932. Gandhi's fast and to death against separate electorates led to the Pune Pact, where Ambedkar agreed to reserve seats for Dalits within a unified electorate. This was a compromise, but highlighted their differing approaches to social reform. Impact. Ambedkar's focus on structural change and legal rights contrasted with Gandhi's moral and social reform approach, creating tension but also contributing to India's constitutional framework post-independence. British colonial authorities, for example. Lord Irwin, Lord Mountbatten. Background: British viceroys like Lord Irwin, Viceroy during the Salt March, and Lord Mountbatten, last Viceroy, represented colonial power and were direct opponents of Gandhi's campaigns. Rivalry with Gandhi. The British resisted Gandhi's movements through arrests, repression, and policies like the Rowlatt Act 1919. Gandhi's nonviolent defiance, especially during the Salt March and Quit India movement, challenged their authority. and drew global attention. Key conflicts. The Gandhi-Irwin Pact 1931 was a temporary truce, but the British often countered Gandhi's campaigns with force, such as the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919 and mass arrests during Quit India. Impact. Gandhi's ability to mobilize millions non-violently forced the British to negotiate, ultimately contributing to their withdrawal in 1947. Gandhi's political career was marked by his innovative use of non-violent resistance, transforming India's independence movement into a mass struggle. His major campaigns, Champaran, Quetta, non-cooperation, civil disobedience, and Quit India, mobilized diverse sections of society and pressured the British to grant independence. His rivals, notably Jinnah Bose and Ambedkar, challenged his vision with differing ideologies. Jinnah's push for Pakistan, Bose's militarism, and Ambedkar's focus on caste equality. These rivalries shaped the complex dynamics of India's freedom struggle, with Gandhi's non-violent approach ultimately proving decisive in achieving independence, though not without the cost of partition and his own life.